Hey Dylan, this is John. Hey, I got your email asking me to compare the Victor DC350 to the Varidesk Pro Plus 36. And I thought, that's going to be a long email. So what I wanted to do was send you a video instead. So here it goes. I have the Victor right here, and I have the Varidesk right here. The first thing I want to show you is basically how these two things operate. The DC350 has a knob that when you loosen it, it allows the desk to go up. It has a gas strut that powers the desk. And then you push it back down, turn the knob, locks it in place. The Varidesk has two handles, one on each side. You pull up on the handles, the desk comes up and out, and then you see it go back up. That's how they work. Okay, one of the biggest differences between the Victor and the Varidesk is that the Victor comes with a dual monitor holder. As you can see, two monitors, both can pivot. They can also rotate whatever way you want them to go. Tilt back and forth. But one of the best features is you can change the height of the monitors. As you can see like that. The total adjustment is 12 inches. Now let's go over to the Varidesk. The Varidesk has a place for two monitors and there's no attachment. As you can see, they can kind of wobble around. There is an option for a dual monitor bracket with the Varidesk at a cost of $195. One of the things people don't realize is that when you're sitting, the height of the monitor compared to the desk should probably be different than when you're standing. So let me show you that. When I'm sitting here, I usually want the monitor a little bit lower compared to the desk than when I'm standing. Now I'll stand up. And as you can see, the monitors now are a little bit too low. So you really want to have that adjustability built in. It's really important. Obviously the Varidesk doesn't have that adjustability. Something you need to know about with the Varidesk, it's about 13.5 inches tall where your keyboard is resting. The Victor's at about 15.5 inches. Really important for taller people like me because this is actually too low for me to be ergonomically correct. Next, let's talk about how these two products rest on your desk. Most desks, especially cubicles, have a 24-inch depth. With the Varidesk, there's a base that has to be set a couple inches away from the edge if you're in a cubicle because the wall will be right here. And you can see that's about where it'll be. From there, you pull this up and out. And it's actually surprising how far out it comes. Almost 20 inches from the edge of the desk right here. Now the Victor, on the other hand, has a pure straight up and down motion. So once you get it near the edge of the cubicle, you actually can go up and down, straight up and down. And as you can see, the result is a lot more room in your office to work with compared to the Varidesk, where again, you're back 20 inches. Okay, I've got the Varidesk all the way up against the cubicle wall here. And as you can see, when I pull it up, it comes out quite a bit, 20 inches away from here. And the leg of the product is overhanging the desk. So as you can see, that's a big problem. The Varidesk does not fit in a normal cubicle when you put it this way. The Victor DC350 fits easily within the standard 24-inch cubicle desk. As you can see, it's only a very slight overhang. When the product operates, it goes straight up and down. No problem. One of the things I like about the Varidesk is this stylistic curve up here and here. It kind of makes you feel like you can get into the product a little bit more, but it has an unintended consequence. For most people that use their keyboard, they want to rest their hands down in front of the keyboard, do their typing. That means your keyboard's way up here. Then you look at where the mouse area is down here. It's actually behind the keyboard. So if you're like me, you're going to be working, all of a sudden you're going to have your hand back here. And for me, working all day long, unequal like that, I don't know if that's a good idea. With the Victor, obviously the keyboard, the mouse, they're all in the same position. The other benefit you get is you have this big wide area for putting papers, books, maybe your phone, a lot of different things. On the Varidesk, not really any room above the keyboard. And as you can see here, most of this room is tied up by the monitors. There is a little bit of a room right here, maybe for your cell phone, maybe a notepad, but not a full sheet of paper. Here's another difference between the Victor and the Varidesk. The Victor DC350 is 28 inches wide, and therefore it covers that much desk space when you're down and pretty much when you're up. The Varidesk is 36 inches wide, so it's a lot wider. That's 8 inches wider. Okay, Dylan, to wrap this up, I've got 3 things I want you to remember. First of all, the monitor holder on the DC350, dual monitor holder that adjusts separately from the desk. Big benefit, the Varidesk doesn't have it. The second thing is that the Victor moves up and down, straight up and down. The Varidesk moves out about 20 inches from the edge of the desk. And the third thing is the simple layout of the Victor allows you to have your mouse and your keyboard in alignment, lots of room for papers and other things, but it doesn't take up all that room on the side like the Varidesk does with its sort of broken format here, mouse behind the keyboard. All right, Dylan, good luck.